I can remember this so fondly, although it was so many years ago. I was in a room with a bunch of business owners. It was a meetup group, and it was speaker after speaker after speaker, not professional speakers like many of us are. And have you ever been in those events where you just wanted it to end because you were so bored? And then the host said, now we have a juggler coming up. And I'm like, oh, great, we're going to have a clown come up. Okay, great. And as Jen Slaw took the stage, I could read, but I'm talking straight from my heart. I have seen very few speakers with the radiant smile that just mesmerized you. Watching her move, I was just in awe, and hearing her delivering what she said, I was inspired to get up and take action like I was at a Black Baptist church. It was amazing. So I have never seen such a speaker who grabbed me on so many multi-sensory levels. Sure, I can pull out the script, and I can talk about how she's, the pilot who landed the airplane in the Hudson River. She's taught him how to juggle. I could talk about how she's been on the David Letterman show. I could talk about how she's been covered in the New York Times, TEDx, and et cetera, et cetera. But I think the most important thing you need to know is that when Jen is finished, in the brief time she has today, you will feel a life-changing effect. You will smile. You will laugh. You may cry. You will be inspired to move on. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome my friend and colleague, Jen Slaw.
I used to talk about work-life balance. How many of you believe work-life balance is possible? We could have a heated debate over this that would take way longer than 5 minutes. I prefer the term work-life integration. There's one you, it's all part of our life, and there are all these different balls. It's not static, but a constantly moving and shifting dynamic challenge, a juggling act, to keep all of these balls in the air. But if we connect to our passion, our purpose, and if we put into place proper planning and practice, we can ultimately figure out a way to combine these balls in a way that works for us, figure out where they're going, and ultimately feel more balanced, and ultimately more productive and successful in our lives and work. It's this simple. Ooh, hang on. Easy, right? Then, about 14 months ago, I gave birth to the most amazing, beautiful little boy who I love more than I could ever imagine possible. But I have to say, has really thrown a wrench into the whole planning and predicting outcomes for a balanced existence. Some days I feel so frazzled. I feel like the balls are going in every direction. They're not going where I want them to. Sometimes they're very determined not to go where I want them to. So it's a challenge, and I'm frazzled, and I'm frustrated, and I'm thinking, I speak about work-life balance. I'm supposed to be an expert in this. Why am I feeling so frazzled? Then I heard Tony Robbins say, very loudly, I might add, it's hard if you're focused on balance, if you're constantly measuring balance, to be present. And so I started to think about shifting the focus. If we can shift the focus from balance to really being engaged, being present, and staying flexible and nimble in the face of change, we can set ourselves up for more success. So if we can take the balls, the things that we juggle, maybe prioritize, get rid of a few of them, and take the balls that we juggle and figure out a pattern that works for us. This is going to be different and unique for each one of us, but combining the balls of work, self, family, community into different ways, and knowing that as much as we plan for or practice for something, something can come out of the blue and knock it all out of control, right? And we have to adjust. And so it's really important to stay flexible and adapt to that constant change, whether it's relationships, organizational, technology, and ultimately adapt so that we can commit to continuous learning. Thank you. And improvement to ultimately have a more flourishing and fulfilling life, business, or organization. So how can I help you do this? I can teach you the juggler's mindset. The juggler's mindset for putting all these balls into a better order, for embracing a growth mindset connected with deliberate practice that enables us to really grow and stay nimble in the face of change. So what is the juggler's mindset? Well, it all starts with a single ball. B-A-L-L. I am going to randomly select this gentleman right here. I didn't know there would be someone else throwing balls out into the audience. Stand up, sir. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Nico.
Nico.
Yes.
Excellent. Everybody give Nico a nice round of applause. Okay, Nico, toss that ball back and forth from one hand to the other. Go for it. B, break it down. We have to learn to focus on one thing at a time, even when there's a lot going on, and be able to break projects or tasks down into action steps to reduce overwhelm. Break it down. A, ask for help. Nico, would you come up here and help me out?
Sure.
Thank you. Come on up here. Nico, are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Stand right here. Extend your right hand and throw the ball to me. Excellent. We're going to juggle back and forth. So now we're helping each other out. Collaboration is the key to our success. We can accomplish more when we work together, when we communicate, when we utilize each other's strengths. I'm utilizing Nico's right hand. Hold that right there. Okay, let's get the second one. Go ahead, Nico. 1, 2, catch, catch. Beautiful. So we've broken it down. We've asked for help. Nico, hold on. This time I throw first, then you throw. Here we go. 1, 2, catch, catch. 1, 2, catch, catch. 1, 2, drop, drop. That brings us to the third step, L, learn from the drops. Let's pick it up and keep on going. Right? Drops are part of the learning process, and it becomes important to analyze and make adjustments for our next attempt. Beautiful job, Nico. Have you done this before?
Never.
All right. And finally, let it go. Are you ready to let go?
All right.
We have to let go of those limiting beliefs. Throw the ball. Here we go. You ready, Nico? Let go of those old patterns that aren't working. Every time you see a ball here, you're going to let go of the next ball and keep on going.
Okay.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Give it up for Nico! Thank you. Excellent work. All right, everybody say it with me. Break it down.
Break it down.
Ask for help.
Ask for help.
Learn from the drops.
Learn from the drops.
And let it go.
Let it go.
Go forth and juggle, my friends. And I invite you to shift that focus from balance to juggling, to being more nimble and flexible in your work and lives. Thank you.